Let's say you're in the technology industry and God forbid, you're being laid off. Would you be happy if your employer is offering you a 1 year pay as severance? Or you'd be worried whether you'll get your next job? Hi, and welcome to my Workplace Dynamics podcast. And today I want to reflect a little further in the world of layoffs, how much severance packages come into play, and what does it really mean to all of us. Now, before I dwell further, wanted to throw some numbers for the context. According to the website trueup.io, it's a website which tracks layoffs in US. According to them, this year, every day, 560 technology workers are being laid off. You think it's too much, 560 per day? Let me take you to last year's numbers. Last year, per day, according to them, 650 technology workers were being laid off. So one way to look at it is it's gotten better. But the other way to look at it is saying layoffs are here to stay. But then what happens to people who are getting laid off? An interesting analysis published in Bloomberg about Russell 3000 index last year. The Russell 3000 index last year, the number of people who got laid off under them, on an average, each worker got paid $40,000 as severance pay. Now, I can't comment whether 40,000 is small or big enough, but I have to give you a comparison for you to make up your own mind. In 2022, Meta let go 11,000 technology workers, and Meta paid, on an average, $88,000 per worker as severance pay. So $40,000, $88,000, what's big or what's small? But then Meta also wrote in their regulatory filing that amount that they paid for 11,000 workers on an average of $88,000 did not have any material impact on the company. So that's to give you some context on severance pay. So coming back to where we started, if you get a severance pay of, let's say, a 1-year salary, or a 2-year salary. Somebody asked me this recently saying that, this X company actually has paid out a very generous severance package. What do you think? Yes, I think a 1-year salary or a 2-year salary, which is primarily a function of a formula, which means that for every year that you work, you get a month's pay. That's considered generous in the world that we live today. But you also have to look at it from a point of view of the time taken to get your next job. Yes, you got a 1-year salary, but let's say you didn't get a job within that time. Will you consider that as a good enough pay package? Let's say you're in a leadership role. Is it easy to get a job in 6 months to 1 year in today's world? So in that way, yeah, some of the commentaries made on 2 years severance pay is very good. Yes, it is. But then you also have to look at whether you get a next job within the time and whether that check that you got actually suffices for that. So that's one context. But the larger question I have for you today is, would you trade a feeling of not wanted, an emotion of being rejected, and a scar, maybe, if you're sensitive, that you'll carry for life, that you got laid off, you got rejected? Will you trade that for a 1-year check? Let me know what you think.